Hello, hello, hello. It's not where we start, ladies and gentlemen. It's where we finish. I'm Anthony Gafa, and you're watching Unfiltered with Gafa. Today I'm going to be covering off a trainer's health and how we prioritize the horse over our own well-being. Now, what we're good at is looking after the beast, looking after the horse. But we don't put ourselves first. Yes, a lot of trainers look after their friends first, their family first as well. But we see trainers deteriorating over years. I'm talking health. I'm talking about mental health. I'm talking about our diet, our own well-being. And I think that's the biggest issue within our industry at the moment. Day in, day out, we hear about results. You're only as good as your last season. This industry is very taxing. You must deliver. Going a couple of weeks without a win, people start talking. Not being able to win on a Saturday, people start talking. It's ruthless. So being able to manage your own self and dealing with the industry that's putting a lot of pressure on every trainer to deliver a result, the importance of being in the right headspace, being right mentally and physically, will ensure you can get through those periods in good space. Because the last thing you want to be doing is trying to manage a stable, have staff, family life, your finances, under mental pressure, and just not feeling good about yourself. A friend of mine, Kevin, once said to me, Anthony, looking after yourself is so important because you are the trophy. You don't hold a trophy on the podium. You are the trophy standing on the podium. The late Kevin said that to me and it stuck to me. When it comes to training horses, it comes with the territory. Early mornings, not a lot of sleep, sometimes late nights, split shifts. What does that equal? It equals fatigue. We're managing the accounts, we're negotiating on horses, we're liaising with owners. Realistically, it's a formula for failure when it comes to our own health. We must learn to prioritize our own health. We do see some trainers that, they hit a wall and they realize sometimes it's too late. There are a number of things that we can't control. We've got trainers that are training next door to us and next thing you know, they're dropping off the perch. That's the reality. Every morning we get up, we focus on the horse, from running feeds to making sure the riders are on time. And on top of all that, a trainer needs to deal with financial pressure. They might have 10 owners, they might have 100, they might have 1,000 owners. And whether it's them chasing the money or a department chasing the money, it's still in the back of their mind. Running a business does have financial pressures, and that creates stress within itself. The importance of being able to tap out, take 5, attend the gym, go on a health camp, go on a health retreat, just taking time off and turning off. Taking that winter holiday, heading to Europe, coming back fresh, revived, focused on yourself, not just the business, will ensure longevity within this industry. Not taking a break, not looking after your own diet, not making sure your own mental well-being is intact. The only thing that's going to break down moving forward is not your horses, it's yourself. So focusing on yourself is going to make you a better trainer, a better mum or dad, a better person, and the most important thing, a better person to yourself. You need to look after number one first. And we will cross off on how to achieve these things. and what I'm doing to better myself and my own health. No, I'm not a trainer. I'm not claiming to be a trainer, but we're all busy. People within the industry, this may relate to other people within our space. But focusing on yourself is the most important thing. We talk about mental health, and we're very fortunate, especially in Australia, that there's a lot of awareness around mental health now. Can we do better? Of course we can. Am I qualified to talk about mental health? No. But do I care? Yes, I do. We talk about our own mental health. For me personally, I'm very lucky and I'm very grateful for having good mental health. I mean, some people think I'm mentally crazy, but that's their opinion. As a trainer, you're in isolation. You're doing a lot of things on your own. You're doing big hours. You're not eating well. You may not have results for a while. All these things take a toll. It doesn't matter what industry you're in, really, when it comes to not having a win. You're up early mornings, you're putting your head down late at night, split shifts. All these things add up to fatigue. Fatigue can take its toll. And the next thing you know, you're not in the right headspace and mentally you're not coping. It is a tough industry. Winning can be everything. It's an old boys' club is what they say. We're farmers, we're tough. And here, I'm talking more about the mental health side. We don't share issues we're having. We don't share problems. We just deal with it ourselves. A trainer doesn't want to share or doesn't want to lead on to his team that he's having problems. Reaching out to a professional, that is okay. It's more than okay. It's not frowned upon. It's encouraged. Having your mental health in order will actually ensure that you get better results. You'll get better staff because people want to work for you and people want to work with you. So having your mental health intact will also make sure you make the right decisions, because we keep leaning on results or everything. So having a clear mindset means you can deliver at work, will ensure your team are all on the same page, but getting there is the most important thing. Having your mind in the right space, because then you're making the right decisions, not just for the horses, for your team, for your family, for your friends, for your kids, if you've got kids. And making those right mental decisions will make you recognize how important your physical health is. Sometimes I let myself go, but now I'm really focusing on getting myself right too. My health's always been pretty good. I have my fads, I have a diet. I'll jump on the carnivore diet. I'll do fasting. I'll count calories. But now I think I've found that happy medium. I think I've nailed it now. And the reason I'm sharing this is because I think if I can do it, a trainer can definitely do it. I'm now going to the gym 5 days a week. I'm prioritizing my own health over the business. I'm prioritizing myself. I come first now. Of course, my kids are always there. I put them first at all occasions, but everything else, there is nothing more important than my health now. I'm feeling the best I've ever felt. And it's not hard to implement that as a trainer. Sure, Anthony, I'm busy. I've got 100 horses in work. I've got 30 horses in work. It's no excuse. It's bullshit. We get a chiropractor to look after your horses. We get physio. We take bloods regularly for our horses. When was the last time you took your own bloods? We get the horse's teeth done. When was the last time you went to the dentist? You manage a horse's feed. You get people coming in and analysing the feeds and what you're doing. You have a specific diet for every horse, but you won't do your own. You need to focus on yourself. You need to quit McDonald's drive-through. I'm not saying you can't treat yourself from time to time, if that's a treat. You need to make a change. Okay, you're busy or You know, you don't know a lot about that space because you've born and bred on the farm, and you don't need to be a dietitian. But what you do need to do is recognize when you look in the mirror, you're not that 16-year-old anymore running around and you're not looking as good as you used to. You need to engage a professional. Get a dietitian. Me personally, I do my meal preps every Sunday for the week. You can do the same. Oh, I'm busy. It's my only day off. You know, I want to spend it with the kids. I don't want to be in the kitchen dicing up fruit and vegetables and weighing meat. Okay, pay somebody. Engage one of your staff members. One of the guys or the girls, I'm sure they're doing meal prep for themselves. Pay them an extra couple of hours to do yours. You can duck to Coles or Woolies and grab your ingredients and do your food prep for the week. Not only will you save money, but you're going to be eating on point, just like you look after your horses. The horses have got a timetable. You should have a timetable. But doing the little things, the little 1%ers, engaging one of your staff members or a professional to do some food prep. Doing your 10,000 steps a day, you probably cover those, so that's probably not an issue. But after your first morning session, head to the gym for 30 minutes. You don't have to break records. You don't have to lift heavy weight. But getting away from the stable environment for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour, it will do you the world of good. My advice is the little button on the top of your phone, flight mode. Turn everything off. The more research I've done about my own diet and my own health, experts are now leaning on the importance of rest, sleep. Stop being a hero and living on 2 hours sleep a day because you're f***ing your own self up. You're ruining your own body. Everybody needs good rest. You're waking up of a morning, lack of sleep, you're grumpy, you're angry, you get hungry, you binge eat. You need to get a good 8 hours sleep a day. Otherwise, you're just not going to be able to deliver. I find when I've got my phone on flight mode and I'm focusing on certain things, I can deliver. How many times do you put your phone on flight mode? Never. And our sleeps are interrupted because you're worrying about your horses. You need to implement some changes. Divert your phone to your foreman. Divert your phone to your staff. Instead of sitting down with 5 or 6 people having a coffee of a morning and your mind doesn't get to rest, have a coffee by yourself. Tap into yourself. Write down 1 or 2 things that you need to achieve that day. And one of those items should be thinking and preparing for your own physical health and mental health. Being able to turn off and refuel is definitely a part of what will make you a better trainer, a better person, and ensure your health is priority. You need to put work into your own physical and mental health. It's not going to fix itself. Is it the be-all and end-all if you're fat? No. But I'm here to tell you, when I got up and looked in the mirror and I was carrying those extra kilos, I wasn't happy. And it will be no different for you. We get these horses looking $1 million. A supreme athlete. You need to do it for yourself. Work out what works for you and how you can implement it and how it's easy to manage. Because everyone's got big ideas. Everyone can, I'm going to go to the gym 7 days a week. I'm going to get 20,000 steps in a day. I'm going to make my food. But if it's not manageable, it won't work. I'm a big believer in policies, procedures can be a crock of shit. It's the other P. It's policing whatever you put into place. Don't make it too complex, but being able to police the implementation is more important than the task itself. What I mean by that is, if you make it too unachievable, if you make it too hard, you're not going to do it. But if you implement something, surround a bit of discipline around it and police it, it will happen. In summary, don't make it difficult. Don't make it harder than what it needs to be. And I'm not just talking about eating whole foods and doing this and doing that. You can't do it by yourself. As a trainer, you're too busy. You've got too much going on. 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, nothing's changed except the scales. You need to make a change, engage a professional, and stay disciplined.